and welcome to the Breaking Bitcoin Market Update. It's Tuesday, October 5th, 2021. Welcome back, everybody, to another exciting hour or more in store for you today, of course, covering all the major markets, including the latest move in Bitcoin. In case you're just waking up, Bitcoin cresting freshly over 50K for the first time in weeks. You know what else also happened in those last few weeks? Traditional markets have mostly dumped. Yeah, we're down on traditionals over that same time period, and here we are, Bitcoin shining bright as ever. What comes next? We're going to get into the all the latest price action in a little bit. You know how we do. We're going to get into the news, of course. First, I have just a couple of news stories to talk about today before we take a look, of course, at the bubble, see what's going on in the alt space today. I see a SHIB bubble up there. We're going to talk about the latest SHIB pump in the markets before, of course, we shout out the audience and get into the main TA segment. Of course, latter half of the show, we'll get to everybody's request. So glad to have everyone here with us today. Bear with me 1 second. I'm just going to make another last second on-screen adjustment. Here we go. All right, I think this has got to go here. All right. Enough of this. Let's go ahead and get today's show started. Let's get into the news. One more moment here. What's that, Alex?
They said you're going to say hi to us today?
I knew I forgot. I neglected something. See, I knew something was missing. How are my two illustrious analysts doing today? How are you guys? We got Alex, you just heard from. Alex, how are you? What's going on?
I'm well, thank you.
Sorry to have neglected you, of course. And we got Jason here. Jason, my man, how's it all hanging out?
Alex doesn't like being neglected. I'm doing well.
Don't ignore me!
I'm pretty much like I've stated yesterday. Like I'm just kind of let the market do what it wants in this position.
Alex, is Jason coming in super low for you too?
Every day I keep saying
Dude,
it.
I have you at 200 right now, Jason, and you're still super low. So I'm gonna have to ask.
How can it get lower?
You go press your Windows key, type in sound.
I'm in here and I'm at 100%.
On your input device.
Yes.
Input device volume, 100%. You better be. Go to your Discord settings. Go to audio.
Is that any better?
Yes.
Okay. Can I go higher?
Yeah, definitely.
I can go a tiny bit higher.
Can you crank it all the way to the max? So your input.
That's his max.
Okay, leave it at max.
Okay.
All right, cool, beautiful. Gentlemen, ladies, we're
I don't
back.
know how that changes every day.
Floats around a bit, but I'm going to try and dial it in a little bit here. Bear with us, guys. Sorry about the audio. You know how it is. The audio seems to float around. In days like this, I got to make a few tweaks. But
Put me in the corner.
no harm done. No harm done. All right, so Jason's coming in now, nice and clear now, I believe. And we will we'll continue. Let's do it. All right, so Jason, you've said your hellos. Let's go ahead and get into the news. What do we have here today? First item comes from UpdateLive. First ever Ethereum 2.0 upgrade, Altair. The date is confirmed by the Ethereum Foundation. The Altair mainnet announcement by Danny Ryan invites all node operators of Ethereum 2.0 to upgrade their software to avoid the validator downtime penalty. Altair will be activated on October 27th, end of the month. According to the official blog by Mr. Ryan, the Altair Beacon Chain Ethereum 2's initial phase upgrade will go live in the mainnet at this epoch number here, expected to come in around 10 a.m. UTC, October 27th. Let's see here, to keep their nodes synchronized, it's recommended everybody upgrades, blah, blah, blah. See, as with Ethereum 1.0 hard forks, end users, Ethereum holders, contracts, and state of the proof of work network are not affected by these updates. Ethereum 2.0's upgrade Altair is designed to advance the economic logics of network validating and to introduce light client support for its core consensus. All right, well, another day, another development, another big update being pushed to Ethereum 2.0 later this month. Certainly hope we can see proof of stake Ethereum maybe next year, the year after that. Seems like 1 month after another we're calling closer to it. All right, first area, well, it's a bit of a milestone. Yes, the 2.0 contract seems like it just launched yesterday. And could this really be the first ever major 2.0 upgrade? Interesting. Let's go in here. We've got another item here from Cointelegraph. America's fifth largest bank launches crypto custody service per report here. Curious, what bank is this? U.S. Bank. Oh, it's just called U.S. Bank? I'm not too familiar with this institution, but it's the fifth largest retail bank in the United States, and it announced Tuesday that it is launching a cryptocurrency custody service for institutional investors, potentially setting the stage for wider mainstream acceptance of digital assets. CNBC reported that U.S. Bank has partnered with the NYDIG, the Digital Investment Group, to provide custody services for Bitcoin, BCH, Litecoin, said a senior executive's wealth management investment division. He told CNBC that the support for other cryptocurrencies like Ether will be rolled out over time. Well, that's cool. Another bank. Bear with me here 1 second. All right, boom. Back to this article here. What else? Fund managers and other institutional investors have been increasing their exposure to crypto for most of this year. Their participation has grown significantly since May 2020's halving event, which triggered renewed bullish sentiment, and by extension, the broader crypto market. All right, blah, 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 blah. Not a whole lot here. U.S. Bank is in the first major financial institution to offer crypto custody services. Major players such as State Bank and Bank of New York Mellon and Northern Trust have announced plans to custody cryptos. Institutions are likely expressed greater interest in crypto as the asset class continues to grow and mature. Tuesday, yes, blah, blah, blah. Not much more to add to that. Yeah, so another big bank beginning to offer everybody, well, not everybody, institutional investors, custody services. Yeah, adoption. This is what it looks like, especially on the institutional level. Oh, please pump my bags for me, dear institutions. Let's get into another piece. This one comes from Bitcoin.com. Bank of America's crypto research debuts. Digital assets are too large to ignore. All right, so fresh research report coming from BOA. Bank of America announced Monday the launch of its, quote, digital asset research with the publication of a report titled Digital Asset Primer, Only the First Inning. Interesting. The bank wrote in this report that finds digital assets are too large to ignore. The announcement explains that this primer provides an investment framework for the digital asset landscape, and the topics it covers include smart contract applications, stablecoins, central bank digital currencies, and non-fungible tokens. Man, sounds like they covered all the bases. BOA crypto research team was formed in July. It's led by Akesh Shah, the bank's head of global cryptocurrency and digital asset strategy. And Mr. Shah said, Bitcoin is important, but the digital asset ecosystem is so much more. Our research aims to explore the implications across industries, including finance, technology, supply chains, social media, and gaming. Candace Browning, a head of Bank of America's Global Research, also commented that digital assets are transforming the way in which markets, businesses, and central banks operate. BOA offers a market-leading global payment platform, blockchain expertise, blah, 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 blah. In an interview with Bloomberg TV, Browning explained that the launch was due to, quote, growing institutional interest and a massive appetite among retail clients. If you look at the number of corporates mentioning crypto in their earnings calls, that's gone from about 17 last year to about 147 in the most recent quarter. She detailed, adding that this is growing, this is mainstream, it's not just Bitcoin, this is digital assets, and it's creating a whole ecosystem of new companies, new opportunities, and new applications. All right, so BOA with their latest report sounding pretty bullish on digital assets and adoption. Let me see here. It'd be nice if there was a link to this particular report. Sounds like it covers a lot of great bases, and indeed, it may be a worthy primer for many out there, many potential crypto investors out there. I might have to Google for this later. I'll see if I can leave a direct link to this BOA report in the description below. But in the meantime, let's get into maybe another story. Doing pretty good on time today. Shiba Inu becomes the most traded crypto on Coinbase. Yeah, anybody see this epic pump on SHIB in the last couple days? What are we up? Like 140% in the last 2 days or so? It is indeed one of the top bubbles on Crypto Bubbles today. We'll get into that in just a moment.
Meme coin.
Yes, the meme coins. The meme coins are indeed thriving. Let me just bear with me 1 second, guys. I gotta fix it. Yet another thing in the background here. All right, wonderful. Shiba Inu has taken the cryptocurrency space by storm, becoming the most traded crypto on America's largest exchange. Shiba Inu, a Dogecoin knockoff, has become the most traded crypto on Coinbase in less than a month after it was listed on the leading exchange. SHIB's 24-hour trading volume is currently sitting at about 1.3 billion, gaining a comfortable lead over Bitcoin's 774 million in volume. Wow, crazy. The retail suckers are pouring in, and they can't have enough of doggy coins apparently.
By the billions.
After soaring over 80% within 24 hours, the K9 coin has once again entered the top 30 largest cryptocurrencies by market cap. Overall, its daily trading volume jumped a whopping 530% despite its sudden revival. Shiba Inu is still down from all-time highs. All right, so there's not much more to add to this piece, guys. But indeed, we looked at SHIB yesterday on the stream, and indeed followed through with more bullishness. God, never underestimate the power of memes and the meme coins and the amount of people out there willing to pile in on dog-themed coins. I mean, imagine being a regulator right now. Imagine being the policymaker right now, and like this is what you're contending with, right? Not even like serious technology, but it's like it's clown world. It's clown world out here, and dare I say it, I even have pity for their policymakers who have to like parse this space and try to make heads or tails of it. I feel like these meme coins are merely making a fool out of the regulators. How can people be so irrational? I'm sure they ask themselves. But hey, good luck taming this one. All right. What else do we have to add? Not a whole lot. That's pretty basically it for the news. It's been a pretty quiet one on the news front. Alex, is there anything I'm neglecting to mention today? Is there something you have been following on the news?
Let me think.
Not a whole lot, right? I do hear, a bit of FUD brewing surrounding the Evergreen default. They have to the end of October, I think, to make their interest payments. Otherwise, the default's for real. That could have that's some FUD circulating on major markets, as well as the debt ceiling crisis in the U.S. Is all of this going to culminate in an October?
Saw that Circle is under investigation by the SEC. What?
Circle. Damn.
Thought
they had their matters in order. Yeah, here it is. I'm going to actually cover the story just because we have an abundance of time here. U.S. SEC investigating crypto firm Circle over their USDC product. I thought these guys were all in the clear. Stablecoin issuer Circle revealed that it's being investigated.
Stablecoins were like, okay, wasn't Gary Gensler saying that just like this week?
I suppose so, yeah. But U.S. SEC is investigating crypto payments company Circle, revealed by the crypto firm via regulatory filing that it received a, quote, investigative subpoena from the Enforcement Division of the SEC in July. In this July subpoena, Circle had stated its plans to go public through a special purpose acquisition vehicle known as the SPAC. It continued that the SEC was requesting documents and information regarding certain holdings, customer programs, and operations, while disclosing that we are fully cooperating with their investigation. And a new regulatory filing today shows that the investigation is still underway, as its filings carry the same language. While the first announcement has gone largely unnoticed, the new revelation shows the length of the financial regulator would go to regulate the unregulated crypto space. The investigation will not be unconnected from the press release issued around this time that showed Circle was planning to offer a yield program for institutional investors domiciled in the U.S. and Switzerland. This yield program is way higher than what Coinbase was offering, which also drew the angst of the regulator. Circle had revealed that the reserve of its stablecoin USDC was held mostly in cash and cash equivalents, while the remainder was being held in commercial paper accounts, treasuries, and bonds. Interestingly, the crypto firm had agreed to pay the commission $10 million earlier this year over its role as an unregistered crypto exchange for Poloniex. Let's see here, and here's Gary Gensler being chimed in on. SEC under Gary Gensler has repeatedly revealed its intention to regulate the crypto space. The commission's chairman is one of the most recent interviews urged crypto exchanges to register with the regulator. Recent happenings revelations, however, point to the SEC being approached has been approaching the crypto industry as it seeks to bring them under a new public policy framework. All right, so hopefully, but I can see already maybe where they got caught up a little bit here, and that was, of course, kind of related to Coinbase, right? We saw Coinbase get slapped by the SEC, withdraw that that high-interest lend platform that they were looking to launch for Coinbase customers. It's possible with Circle offering a similar yield program that offered even better rates than Coinbase was offering. Probably did draw the angst of the regulator. Yeah, it seems like that's offsides. You can't really be offering people high interest savings accounts in an environment of near zero rates in the traditional sector, right?
Yeah, it makes them look bad.
Super bad. What are you guys doing? You can't give me interest on my holdings. What is wrong with your shop? But there you have it, guys. There is another news piece for you, but I think that's all I have for today. Yeah, I think that's basically it. Let's go ahead and get into the bubbles. What's going on in the alt space today? Yes, SHIB. SHIB indeed is up about 60% on the day. I think it's up like over 120% on the last 48 hours.
Yeah, it's like the week, I believe.
Yep.
But yeah, it's something like the last 3 days or 2 days.
It's had quite the run. Big shout outs to any SHIB holders up in here. What else do we have? We got, what is this XYM symbol? Never heard of this particular project.
How did they get on the crypto bubble? So many of the things we look at are on crypto bubbles. Why Zim?
I know, right? Why this thing? Zim, huh? Okay, I like that. I can get with Zim.
Must have a back door with the crypto bubble people.
Yeah, I'm sure if you throw them 100 grand or more, they can usher you to the front. But that's just how it goes in this space. So let's get it. Let's have a look here. ICP, yeah, ICP. Clown Posse up nearly 15%. Doge, yes, Doge, another meme coin, another dog coin, maybe riding on the coattails of the big sheep pump. Doge is up 13% today. Theta up 11%. And Theta or Feta? Maybe we call it Feta from now on. I like that. Hey. We got Mina Protocol up at 9%. A smattering of tokens up single digits. Helium Network, Clay, Groot, BitTorrent token, NEM, ICX. Quite a few more up single digits today. A couple losers today, down about 7%. Luna, Tezos, Hex, Axie, and a few others down about that 7%. So there you have it. There's a very brief look, mostly in the green today. And indeed, did you think they were no longer in the bull market? Well, apparently the appetite for bullish meme, super speculative plays, there's plenty of it in the space. I don't know. Maybe it tells me that retail people are still more than ready to pile in on the promise of fat gains, easy money that is this space. Of course, not many of them will probably make it out alive by the end of by the time the cycle's over. But I guess get it while it's still hot, or however the saying goes. Let's go ahead and get into the live chat. Who's kicking it with us this Tuesday afternoon? Looks pretty quiet in the chat too. Let's expand out the chat window and scroll to the top. Who is here with us today? Robert Warner, big Mr. ETH in the YouTube chat, first through the chat window today. Big shout outs to Mr. Ether. Ron Legato, you were beat to the punch by Robert Warner today. My reentry keeps looking better every day, says Mr. Ether. Kind of wish I hung on to all the alts, but better safe than sorry.
Cheers to that, bud.
Indeed. I don't have this problem because I never sell. I just buy. Sometimes I'm underwater, sometimes I'm above the clouds. It really depends what Bitcoin's mood is that day. Daniel, shout outs to you in the live chat. Alex1233, hello from sunny Croatia. At least I know where Alex1233 is now. Croatia is an amazing country. Really cool country. Great beach and other destinations. Shout out to Alex1233. Bit of a pumpy pump. Yes, that's one way to describe today's pumpy conditions, especially on Doge. David Rice, what's up all? Big shout outs to David Rice. Polly B is with us on DLive. Big shout outs to Polly B. Jonah loved the show on DLive as well, saying hello everybody. Hello. Polly B, Jason's quiet. I think I fixed that. Indeed, it got sorted. Good stuff. Jose Alves with us on DLive. Big shout outs to you. ETH1 also with us on DLive. Mike Maker, on DLive. Shoutouts to you. Let's see here. Jonah love the show. Degen shitcoin pays bills. Proof is there. All right. Yes. Degen shitcoin plays can sometimes.
Make sure you sell.
Yes. Exactly. Don't be greedy. Take your 10x or higher gains, and pay your bills. Well said. Murdoch the Murloc over on Twitch. Hello everybody. Big shoutouts to Murdoch. Nice hash login joins us on YouTube with an FEG request. Well, hang tight. We'll add that to the list. Jonah loved the show. Poxy SCC still shocked about Jay Clayton, the robbing fly-by-night. This SCC crowd needs banging up. A bunch of thieves. All right. NFS. Need for Speed Easy on DLive. Shoutouts to you, NFS. ETH1. So what's next to SHIB guys after this pump? I don't know. More pumping maybe, or another meme coin to get their attention. Bird on YouTube. Big shoutouts to you. Hello there. Let's see here. Found out my brother is a SHIB holder, says Mr. Ethan. Hilarious. It's like, hey man, you want any cryptos? Oh yeah, bro, I'm really big into SHIB, dog.
Yeah, okay.
Really big SHIB holder, bro.
Have you seen the white papers?
Yeah, I roll them every night. All right, enough SHIB. Polybeef requesting True USDT trust token. Yeah, hang tight, Polybeef. We'll get into that in just a moment. Profit Bear, dang, my SHIB is on fire. WTF? Why can't Bitcoin keep up with the memes? It's funny. If only people were embracing Bitcoin instead of Doge or SHIB or these other.
Supposed to be a store of value. It's going to get less and less volatile and move around less as it does that thing.
Yep, making it less exciting, and most of the exponential gains will be over with, but indeed more stable in the long run. I just don't know how many of these flash in the pan meme coins really have much staying power, but hey, I'm not going to underestimate the memes at this point. Clearly they're pretty effective at getting the hype built around these projects.
Well, look, I don't need them to have any staying. Just love and leave them.
RB5 STIWX on DLive joins us. Evening all. It's been a while. Indeed, it has been Mr. RB5. Daniel on YouTube. Lol. Cigarette. Okay. Alex81SG. Finally at break even with the SHIB I bought in May. Oh boy. How things come around. Finally at break even. What are you going to do? Eject now? Or did you buy up the bottom? That is the question. Did you lower your entry in there? Apparently not. Skadroni.
That was someone calling to talk about my extended warranty.
Classic. Skadroni over on, or is it Skadron or Skadrun? Shoutouts to you on YouTube requesting BNB. I will add BNB to the request line. Hang tight. I see another request here for POC from Daniel and David Rice. Do we care if coin stays? Really make money from it while it's here? Yeah, I don't exactly. I kind of agree with you. I don't really care if a coin stays, but I mean at the same time, again, this is liquidity that could be pouring into better things, more high quality projects. This is, to me, in the end, this is a big market distraction, and in the end, a lot of these people might be hurt, whereas if they stuck it out in Bitcoin, might have served them better long term. But hey, we'll see how this all shakes out in the end. Is SHIB owned by more people than Doge? Yeah, that's a good question. Are there more SHIB holders? What's the distribution like? Good question. Wayne Arnott, can you take a look at Doge? Yes, a lot of Doge requests ejected. It's the exit pump I've been waiting for. Well, congrats, Alex81SG. You bailed on the SHIB just in time. Jonah loved the win. That is a win, yep. Got back to break even. You patiently waited since May. Whatever happens now, I think you did all right.
Now use that as a lesson.
Patience.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Add back in at the lows. No, that's a joke.
Can we have a look at my beloved Swiss board? Yep, hang tight. We'll add that to the request line. Pump it and drop it like it's hot, says David Rice. Revolution says hello all. And Skadrone, or Skadrone. Skadrone corrected his name. Well, thank you very much, Skadrone. With that said, guys, that is the live chat for today. Thanks for the OMG advice. Can we get an update on OMG? Well, somebody apparently appreciated your take on OMG the other day, so indeed, we will revisit OMG later today. But for now, we got to get into the main TA signal. Let's pry into the mind of lead analyst Alexander Pearson here for just a moment and see what kind of observations about the markets we can glean. Alex, if you don't mind going live, I'm going to hop into the main scene next. All right, Alex just went live. I'm going to hop over to his scene now. We are in. Looking at the USD Coinbase 3-hour chart. Looks like we're all synced up. Screen looks clear. And that's it. All right, you have the floor. I'm going to go collect all those requests I had just read. So keep them coming, guys. And in the meantime, do enjoy.
So, I don't see this as super bullish yet. I mean, we've all seen the kind of movements Bitcoin puts in when it really gets going. So, a couple of percent to me is not necessarily super bullish in this spot. But I gotta say that I can feel the hope in the market here. In some ways, this is a bounce that we've kind of been expecting, because we're not just bouncing here in crypto with Bitcoin and Ethereum, and a lot of the other USD pairings doing well in this spot. But also, traditional markets are having a decent day too, which we had been looking at to kind of alleviate the oversold status. If we can close today above 50,000, I will be very encouraged. That's how I feel. If we can close above 50,000, it's very encouraging. If we can't close above 50,000, then that will be a very bad look. But I'm willing to be wrong here. I want to be wrong. I would really like to see us break up from here and put in new highs.
What do you think about the trend line from the last high to where we are now on the daily? We're buttoned right up against it right now. If you take it from the 60, the old high. Yeah.
Okay.
Take it from the old high to where we are now. We're buttoned right up against that trend.
Well, I mean, we've got this trend.
Well, I was just saying, if you make one from that high to the next high, that's right where we're at. So like a break above that, I think it's game on, right?
Sure. I mean, the trend makes sense on a weekly basis.
Yeah.
Sure.
So
If we
like,
can break up.
Yeah. So
And
like
then we also get a cross on our oscillators. So.
yeah. So like you said at the beginning of the week, I really do think that this week's going to be the key to showing us which direction we're going to head or start trending.
So Ethereum looks a lot worse in this spot. We're just kind of dumping volume into resistance right now. I'm not super interested in being a buyer on Ethereum here. We can see Ethereum Bitcoin looks really rough. We should expect Ethereum to underperform Bitcoin in this spot. So if you're wondering, and for those of you who are wondering, do I want to be in Ethereum or Bitcoin right now? This is a time to consider getting back into Bitcoin. Well, while we're at it, let's go ahead and take a look at Bitcoin dominance and the markets as a whole. Boom. Bitcoin dominance finally rising off this area of support, roughly 40%. We've been kind of anticipating this for several weeks now. We've just been kind of trading sideways down here as we slowly consolidated. But now we're moving up, and I think we should start to see this happen rather rapidly over time here. Let's take a look at alt contracts. Uniswap perp positioned interestingly. We could still move up from here. I'm not feeling super bearish looking at this. Dragon perp does not look great. I don't want it right now. We're still below resistance. DeFi perp having a down day, still below resistance. That looks like crap. I'm not really interested in this. Privacy perp, kind of interesting. Here we are over our daily baseline. Here we are breaking our downtrend. This could move up from here. Yeah, this is a relatively low risk entry point. If we broke below this area, it would be we would know it was invalidated rather quickly. None of these look as strong as Bitcoin does, though. Here we are, exchange perp at resistance. Certainly, we're not looking to take this long. SHIB perp at resistance here. So kind of distracting. Let's move these. We don't need these anymore. We already nailed that. Mid perp. It's postured nicely. I don't like it as long as we're below resistance here. We can make it back over the weekly moving average here. If we can make it back over our marked out resistance, which have a nice amount of confluence here, then we'll talk. Until then, I don't see any reason to try and rush into this. Well, I like the break of the trend here, even on higher time frames, but I want more out of this. I want stronger bullish movements if we're going to buy into this. This is an area that we've been feeling bearish about for a while now, and the traditional markets, they're up today, and we will look at them, but they are not healthy at this moment. We need more here before I have put you guys know I sold into cash. I sold a lot into cash like 2.5 weeks ago now. I put maybe a quarter of it back into a couple of alts, but I still have a lot of cash on hand. I'm just not sold yet. I'm just not sold. Let's see.
I'm with you.
All right, so Bitcoin up, alts kind of up, dollar's got to be down, right? Dollar sideways up today. It's not postured very strongly here. We just had a completion of this ascending broadening wedge. Jason pointed it out all the way back over here. Fantastic movement, fantastic TA in real time. Very beautiful. For right now, let's expect some more resistance in this spot, maybe a little bit more of a pullback. But ultimately, with our break back up into this trading range, I think we can expect to move all the way back towards the top here on the Dixie eventually.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how we get there, how much sideways we have before we do it. We're heading all the way up here. All right, so dollar upish or downish or I don't know, sideways. It doesn't matter. Look, I happen to know the markets are doing okay today, so let's take a look at them. We don't have to play pretend on this. So as expected, we had been discussing that this area of support was likely to hold in this spot. We tried once, twice, 3 times to really try and get through support on this rundown. We just really couldn't make it. A little too oversold on the Dow Jones. So we're looking for a move back up to retest resistance before breaking down and making new lows here, and then finally scaring the shit out of everybody. Only way we're going to get any movement on this debt ceiling bullshit from the government is if the stock market starts to collapse. So let's see a little bit more consolidation at the highs up here, and then I think we can expect more downside on the Dow Jones here. At least that's what I'm expecting. As you can see, move up here, and then whatever happens in this area happens. We move back down, break below support, down we go. NASDAQ finding support. Where else? On that very interesting looking order block that we had marked out, right? There's just this like, it's like very clear. It's like in between these prices, someone had a lot of orders sitting. You know, damned if we didn't come down here and just tag it. So now that we've moved through, these large buy orders, institutional in nature, most likely, we'll move back up here to retest resistance, turn support, turn resistance again. Make this inverted head and shoulders E pattern. It won't be an inverted head and shoulders, but you guys see what I mean. It'll be roughly the same resistance in this spot. I think after that we'll look for a pullback in the NASDAQ too, just like we're looking for the Dow, right? Pull up here, and then finally the collapse. One more. Oh, hey, we're bouncing. Let's all be happy and have bullish feelings and be happy before the pain.
That wave of euphoria that comes before the pain.
Yes. S&P kind of interesting looking here. We've broken our linear uptrend here. We've fallen below our weekly moving average. Looking at this, I think we could potentially come up and retest the highs. We're awfully oversold here on S&P. Push down here, lots of absorption. Push in this area again, push again. Bullish engulfing candle. To me, when I look at this, I see this wants to move up and retest maybe 445, maybe even 448. Ultimately, I think it'll get sold into, and we'll end up falling. But I wouldn't be short this particular spot. I would try and get a better entry maybe up here. All right, so we're looking for relief rallies clearly on world markets right now because everything's been down all week. It's been rough out there. Take a look. Relief rallies. What do we got? Nothing in gold. This doesn't look great. Depending on how you have this drawn out, we have begun to break the uptrend here on gold. Just kind of trade sideways out of it. Now, if we put on log here, you can see we can move this around and where's our trend at? We're definitely breaking it here. Linear trend, it's a little bit questionable. I want to see more strength out of gold before we consider doing anything with it. Silver, until we close back above $23, we're actually looking for movement to drop towards $20. If it comes down to 20, we're a buyer on silver again. Until then, we're looking to just kind of sell below 23. Looks like it is time for a palladium relief rally. We have been eagerly anticipating this dump in palladium. It took weeks and months for this short to play out, but it happened in real time for us. We were anticipating it, and it was just beautiful. It was glorious. So I think we should now look for a move back up to retest resistance from below. Both our trend resistance and horizontal resistance here. So, I don't know about this line. Maybe we actually pull up even harder and we come down and we do like that. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. What I would say is that I would be, if you're in a short, I would be taking profits at this time, and look for a just better opportunity if you still have a really strong short thesis on it.
I think it's going to shoot up quick.
Platinum, I'm not sure. I think this is broken. It's uptrend. We'll see, or downtrend. Copper, for now, I'm still waiting for a move upwards. I think that's the most likely scenario here. This ascending triangle does not seem like it wants to break to the downside. Ordinarily, they do, 60, 65% of the time. But 60 and 65% of the time is not often enough for you to be like, oh yeah, I'm sure it's going to break down here. No, it could easily break up here. And for now, with these higher lows that we're putting in, kind of looks like we may break up. So that's what I'm anticipating. BCO continues with parabolic movements. We're starting to get to our take profit area around 85. $85 breaks. Where are we looking? Let's get a monthly level. All right, so it's kind of resistance here. We come and peg this area from below. From above. We peg it from below here. Okay, let's call like the $87 zone here is kind of an area of monthly support and resistance. It's kind of this spot. We can get above 87-ish. This is all kind of back on the table. This area, this previous trading range, this area of consolidation back in the early 2010s, where we kind of ranged between $100 and $120 for a few years. If we can get above 87, maybe we can do that. But it looks kind of a strong area of resistance to me. I would actually, I'm probably a seller up in here.
Up in here? Up in here.
Yes. That thing. Wow, natural gas is just getting even more parabolic. I thought this was going to pull back. I guess not. Wow, this is a full breakout of this entire trading range. Oh my goodness. I guess the next real resistance level is up here around $8, $8.15. I don't think this trend-based fib extension is going to hold at 680, 687 here. This is so parabolic, and we've broken this trading range that we've held for the last 10 years, 11 years. Mentioned 2009. It's 12 years. Okay. This 12-year long trading range we just broke. So that's very, 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 very interesting here. You guys know we've been watching this parabolic movement since we broke above a daily ascending triangle here and kind of retested this spot. Lots of volume coming in too. Look at that. We'll actually keep watching this trend. If we do break this to the upside, we'll take it long. Sugar kind of can't make heads or tails of it at this point with these last 3 weeks without movement. And we start this week off to the downside. I don't really like it that much. I feel like it's likely we're going to break down here. But mostly I just wouldn't do anything with it. It's not an obvious trade either way. Wait at resistance, nothing I want to do with it. And as we suggested, there would be a kind of a relief rally in world markets here. For now, we're just gonna hold our shorts. I'm not expecting a big movement upwards. If we break this downtrend, we'll dump the short. We'll go long. We'll be happy. So far, higher low at support on China 50. This is just such an ideal area to be looking to long from. As you can see, this particular area, 14,750, is a long-term area of resistance and now support on the Chinese economy. So resistance here, 2015, resistance in 2018, resistance in 2020, now support in late 2020, support again 2021. Just a nice low risk, high reward entry position. You enter here, you're wrong, you exit over here. Oh well, I was wrong. I find out very quickly because I start making new lows. That invalidates my trade thesis. Okay. But, you know, your upside here is massive. You're like, okay, I can either get out here or I can get out all the way up here, or, you know, more likely, like, it'll just, like, maybe you could even go up here. You can take profits on the way. Like, who knows? You know, that's the whole point. Is that there's, you know, there's uncertain future risk, but there's also uncertain future rewards, right? Like, you can't say how high the rewards are, but risk to reward wise, certainly much more so to the upside. France 40, maybe more sideways before we make any big movements. Singapore, I just don't even know anymore. It's so sideways. I can't help but feel that this is going to break down along with everything else. But it's just so wicky in both directions. It's really too hard to say. Hong Kong exchange, or the Hong Kong 33 has been very bearish for the last few months. We're starting to see some absorption here. Maybe it's time to look to go along this. We're anticipating more downside on the UK 100 here. At 50, wow. Big day today on the Indy 50. Man, if this makes new all-time highs here, I admit I will be very surprised. I was really anticipating a much stronger move down here on India.
What a fake out.
Yeah, I'll just have to eat crow on that one. We'll see. Maybe today ends with a wick. I don't know. We'll take a look at it tomorrow. But for right now, that's not a bad look.
Yeah, unless it gets faded. Ooh. Nice little.
Nice buyback at support here on Japan 225. yesterday was still just a shocker on Japan.
Yeah.
Netherlands, we'll see. Relief rally today, but I expect this to be an incredibly strong area of resistance now. There are a lot of trapped buyers here. As we wander upwards, these people will be very tempted to sell out at break even, much like our member did when SHIB got back to his entry point back in May, right? What happened? He sold into the pump because it was his break even point and he could finally get out, right? That's what all of these people are thinking as we start to move up into this area. And that's why this is such a strong zone of resistance. Right? Taiwan, this is a lower low today. 638.4. You can see that. You'll be able to see that over here. 638.4 versus 639. So this is a lower low as of right now. I mean, look at this. Look at this topping pattern right here. And tell me this is going to break upwards. I will be very incredibly shocked. I mean, it's not like I'm never wrong, but I just don't see it. How? How?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Unless you just get a huge
resistance level is on Taiwan X. Boom, 1 month. Boom, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months. We fucking batter at this resistance level, and we just cannot get over it. And what do we say? If price cannot go up, it must go down. That's how it works. Price goes up, price goes down, price goes up, price goes down again. It's the markets, guys. Man, look at 10-year bonds on the monthly here. UK.
not looking strong.
10-year, oh man. US 10-year, not great. We closed the month on the 2-year making a new low. Generally, that would mean continued downside. 5-year looks awful. Jesus. More downside probably for 30-year bonds. See, we break below this resistance support level, and immediately it's just resistance. We try and go up, we just can't. Boom. Sold right back out into it. Okay, well that's it for world markets. I think today can continue to be a good day on the markets. I think tomorrow could be a good day on the markets. Maybe out the rest of this week. I am not sure. But I don't see the strength yet that I need to feel super confident. That's all. I'm not saying it won't come in. You guys all know that I can be awfully bearish sometimes. But when I look at these charts, I just don't see a lot of strength. That's how I feel.
I think it's better to be more bearish than bullish anyways for your portfolio health.
Mm-hmm.
All
Well,
right.
let's go to the chart request.
Yeah, indeed. Let's get into it, guys. Bitcoin currently hanging out above 50,200. We got quite a few requests logged today. Thanks to all the requests that came in today. A couple quick comments here in the live chat. One looking from Daniel. Alex, what settings are you using for your WADA Atar explosion?
I use the standard settings, except I have turned off the false positive filter. So you see, false positive filter essentially applies a moving average over the WADA Atara explosion, so it smooths it out. Your signals are basically stronger, but they lag more. I mean, because you throw a moving average on it. Of course, moving average makes it lag. So I prefer to have it be more sensitive and then just kind of take my lumps on because it's part of a system. I'm using it with a couple other indicators, and so I'm not as worried about my WADA being more accurate. I need it more sensitive. And you don't have to use it the way that I use it. There's different reasons you might want it. Like my system is meant to be like really fast, and so I need it more sensitive. But your system, if you had a system that was looking for like more reliability, maybe you wanted something with like an 80% hit rate or like 75%, they would use something that was slower but more accurate before it fired off. All right, so it's just kind of the give and take of trading systems. But yeah, so that's if yours looks different from mine, that's probably it.
All right, big shout outs to Daniel. There is the WADA question out of the bag. GT Mark IV, what's up, y'all? Big shout outs to GT Mark IV and Kavana Trades. Crypto Cats as well. Yo, what's up? I'm here for the pump. Well, you're here just in time. Samuel Matthew, did you invest in Mick content? Oh, God. All right. Well, let's continue, shall we? We have the first request of the day. First official request comes from NiceHash Login on YouTube. Wants to look at FEG on ChartX.
I can do that. I think this is a great buying spot. Look at this. I mean, this is previous resistance, support. We come all the way back down. How much of a pullback is this? It's got to be at least 80%. Let's see.
Yeah.
Nice little 93% pullback from the closed highs. It's not even like our highs, right? We were like really wicked up there. But all right, so 93% pullback from our closed highs. Have we broken the downtrend here? Broken a downtrend. Let's see what. Let's try from here. There we go. This makes the most sense. Good. I like it. I think this is a good spot to be entering, and if you broke below, well, I mean, gosh, guys, this is still so volatile. If you went back below support from here, that's like a 50% drop. Let's see. Here's yeah. So I'll tell you what. If we could probably tighten this up a little bit. Let's see right here. So you could make a trade where, hey, if I lost half of the money I have in the trade, that's actually only like 2% of my account or 3% of my account. You would just have to be cognizant of what your position size was here. But I like it. It's an interesting bottom pick. What's next?
All right, there is your look at FEG. Big shout outs to NiceHash Login for that request. Let's get into the next one. About 10 minutes away from the DLive chest opening, so stand by for that as well. ETH1 on DLive asking, so what's next for SHIB, guys, after this pump? Can we take a look at SHIB? Yes, we certainly can. Let's check in on SHIB, see what, if anything, can be done now.
These charts are always shitty to look at.
I would probably just be taking profits in this area. This is a former area of resistance, and we see refinery resistance again here. Let's go to a lower time frame. You know, it's just such a nice, strong period of accumulation. Like the entire summer, just push, push, push down, down, down. But buyers step in the entire time, right? Buyers, 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 all in here, while sellers are pushing down into that area. And then finally, sellers are exhausted, buyers take over, and here we are. Yeah, I would be a seller here, wait for some kind of pullback, and then I would probably take it to new highs. It's a relatively strong chart in that way because we had this long, intense period of accumulation here. What's next?
All right, big shout outs to ETH1. Your look at SHIB is complete. Let's get into this next request. It's from Polly B. Wants to look at True USD, the trust token. Yeah, let's look at TRU.
This is true bit. TrueFi, you said, right?
Trust. I think it's called the Trust. TRU.
Okay, here. I got it.
Cool.
All right, so no, it's all right. So then, in that case, there we go. All right. I think if we look at this as an area of resistance and support, so resistance, 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 come all the way down, just like a burst through it, then boom, support, support, and now we're back below this area. I don't want it unless we're back above here. If we can close above 50 cents, if we can close like 51 cents or so, then cool. You can't see it, but I'm giving a thumbs up. Then all right, I like that. Like we're above resistance again, you know. And then it's like sky's the limit. We can keep moving up. If we're below this area, you know, we push, push, push here. Can't make it over, and then of course, what happens normally when you long resistance? You get faded. Yeah, it just comes up here. And down we go. So you know, maybe we retest like the bottom of this trading range right here. I don't really know. But basically, I think until we break the downtrend here, I'm just not interested. Let's wait and see. What's next?
All right, wonderful. There is a look at Trust TRU for Polly B. Let's get into the next request. What do we have here? BNB for Skadrone. Skadrone, your BNB request is here.
That is not the one I wanted. Darn it. You know, this isn't bad. So this spot right here is resistance. You kind of see resistance here. Resistance, resistance. Pop. We just pop right over resistance. So for that reason, I think I would want to take this at least back towards 500. Yeah, I wouldn't do anything with it right now. But if you're in it, then I definitely would. I also wouldn't dump it either. Let's just kind of hold on to this. It looks like it wants to wander upwards. What's next?
All right, there is our B&B request in the bag for Skadrone. Let's get into the next one. OPC. Daniel on YouTube says, "Can you look at Copiosa?" Ticker symbol POC. Thank you guys. Copiosa. Is this a mainstream? Let me go look.
What is this crap?
Yeah, this is super obscure crap. My man, what did you bring to us? This one is hard to find.
What did you bring to us?
Copiosa coin. Yeah, this is Hold on.
Made up that name. Boo!
Copiosa. Yeah, I mean, this almost deserves to get banned over. Thank you, Daniel. I don't know if we can get to POC because I'm struggling even to. I mean, I see their official Twitter here. I see they're giving up these coins, but I'm not really finding the coin market cap listing. Anything like that here. I don't know. Where is this? Daniel, are you in the live chat? Where are you trading this? What market can we look on? In the meantime, let's go ahead and get to the next request. This one's a bit of a lost cause. We have the following. We have Wayne on YouTube asking to look at Doge and Dash. Let's do it. What's the Doge up to?
It looks a lot like a lot of alts here. It's pushing up nicely, but it's heading into an area of resistance. I'm just not interested in it at this time.
All right, how about the latter half of the request? Dash. What are your thoughts on Dash?
Same story. This is actually this is technically a long on my system. Well, it's not right now. All right, we actually lost a little bit of momentum here, but it was briefly along on my system a couple days ago. Haven't gotten the follow through yet, but I imagine we still can. We've broken the downtrend. We're above our daily moving average. So overall, I think this is like more bullish than not. That it's likely we will move back up towards like $200, $210. What's next?
All right, so here is what we're going to get into next. We have, yes, just stock the D-Live chest. So get your lemons in, guys. I'm going to be opening up the chest in about, yeah, let's see after this request. I'm going to introduce it and we'll get into the D-Live chest. The next request happens to be Omizago. Yes, thanks for the Omiza advice. Can we get another update on Omizago today, please? All right, well, let's revisit Omizago and D-Livians. Get ready. I'm opening that chest in 30 seconds.
So we'll top out here after the last few days. Push up, and then we get this indecision doji followed by a reversal candle. At this time, I would probably be looking for maybe a move sideways / like a pullback in this spot. At least pull back down a little bit here.
Yeah, you're awfully far from your baseline.
This is true. So see here, we get ahead of ourselves, then we pause and trade sideways. Ahead, pause, and trade sideways. Maybe that's what we're doing here. Pause, pull back, trade sideways. Yeah. Let's look at some more historical data. I want, here we go. Just brushing our weekly highs here. Finding resistance in the spot. I think overall we should expect this pullback. I would just be taking profits in this spot and waiting to see. I think it's probably the wisest thing you can do. It's been a nice, strong movement upwards, right? Just pop, pop. Just a easy, quick 6x like you do.
Classy.
Yeah, just a classy 6x.
All right, swag on, young OMG trader. Let's continue, shall we?
Arcade 11 chest.
Yeah, that was actually just deployed a few minutes ago. Big shout outs to David Rice taking the #1 spot today's giveaway. PDD63, Polly B, and Mike Maker, the 2, 3, and 5. Let's go ahead and get into one more request. Or actually, we got 12 minutes left in the show. Let's see how many more of these requests we can knock out. Still quite a few remain. Today has been exceptionally busy on the request line. I don't think we'll get to all of them, but we shall try. Murdoch the Murdoch on Twitch. Uma and Dia, please. What are good buy zones in your opinion? All right, let's start with Uma. UMA. Collecting your thoughts.
I'm trying stuff, man.
No worries, just breaking up the sounds.
Okay, yeah.
Let him work.
Just you know, I would be a buyer here. It's just so volatile. I don't see a great place to try and snag it here without just waiting for more of a confirmed movement upwards. It's just breaking the trend, getting a movement off of this area. Otherwise, you can be a buyer somewhere between $7 and $10. Like, I don't know. It's, you know, really anywhere in there. It's your guess. Otherwise, I think probably the smarter thing to do, rather than sitting in here and maybe being stuck here for weeks or months while it trades sideways even longer, would be to just wait for some sort of break to the upside. What's next?
All right, well, that was a look at Uma. I believe Dia is next, DIA.
I just don't really see anything to do with it. I mean, it hasn't done much since it came out. Is there more data somewhere? There's not more data. Well, I suppose in the grand scheme of things, this could go upwards, but in the short term, I have no idea which way it's going to go, and I don't really see a reason to take a position in any direction. It's got no momentum. It could break down, it could go up.
How about entry points?
I don't really want
related.
There's so many charts.
Question, of course, related to entry points. I don't know if If there's anything much more to add along those lines, we do have quite a few more requests to get to, so feel free to add anything else. If not, we're getting right into the next one. Mike Maker wants to look at BitTorrent token. Actually, he says, could you do BitTorrent token Bitcoin pairing? Okay, BTT, BTC. It's a lot of BTs. I just wouldn't do anything at all with it right now. It could be accumulating inside of this this big order block / volume bulge or whatever you want to call this, down here. But we could trade sideways for weeks before we do anything. So I just sit on my hands and wait to see what happens. What's next?
Give it time.
All right, let's keep it rolling here. Someone said, "LOL, did someone take a leak on the air?" No, that was just me filling my coffee. That was me filling my coffee machine with water. So don't mind.
That's what the kids are calling it these days.
That's what the kids be calling it, old head. All right, let's go ahead and get into the next request. We still got a couple minutes left in the show. Let's peel out these last few requests. So we got Chili's, chili cheese, Murdoch, the Murloc. Also Chili's, if it's not too much to ask. All right, haven't checked in on the old chili cheeseburger in a while.
I mean, this looks like 80 other charts we've looked at, right, guys?
Much.
Blah, blah, blah. Consolidation. It moves up towards resistance. And then here we are in this weird spot where we're not sure if we're going to go up or down still. But we have broken the downtrend and moved above the daily baseline. It's like 80 other charts we've looked at. I just don't have anything new to say about it. I think we'll move towards resistance and reject. What's next?
Indeed. This is what I'm talking about. This is the pace we're going to need to knock out the remaining couple requests. We have Polly B wanting to look at RUNE. Let's see how much this differs from the rest of these.
Same chart. I don't have anything new to say. Next.
Well, Polly B, there is RUNE. Not much more to add to that one. We have the following.
Exact same chart. I just have nothing else to say.
Indeed. Let's not beat a dead horse and get into one of the last requests of the day. We have Robert Warner, the famous Mr. Ether, who's, of course, given away $50 again this week to the best request of the week. So all your requests today, guys, are indeed going to be on Mr. Robert Warner's little lottery wheel there. But in the meantime, he wants to look at Ethereum Bitcoin. What are your thoughts on the ETH BTC cup and handle?
I already looked at it. I said it looked like crap, and we're breaking down. I looked at the beginning of the show. What's next?
There you go, Mr. Ether. There is Alex's take on the ETH Bitcoin cup and handle. We have one of the last requests of the day before us, guys. It comes from Jag077 on DLive, and he asks, please take a look at Zilqua. Yes, Zilqua.
Bitcoin seems to be breaking up right now.
Oh yeah, let me go put my, whoops, the Bitcoin is not on the screen. 50,600.
All the amounts we've looked at, it's at resistance. Until we break above it, I'm not interested in it. What's next?
All right, I like it. Just as we draw to a close, we're just breezing through these remaining requests. The next one's Curve. Second last request of the day, CRV.
At resistance right now, I wouldn't do anything with it. I guess this is technically along in my system, but I wouldn't call this a super appetizing one. use our resistance, kind of fake above it, break down. Here we are, rejected. Come up to it again. We're going to reject again. Maybe, but it's like really too soon to say. I don't want it. Our best hope is that we trade sideways here and then move up, because I don't expect a big move above this area first. So, what's next?
All right, Jag, that was your look at Curve and Zill. Final request of the day, just in time. 90 minutes of market action covered today as we draw to the close. GT Mark IV, YouTube, final request of the day with Solana. Can we look at Solana, pretty please? Yes, sir, we certainly can.
I got soul, and I'm super bad.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Soul, Solana?
Salt?
Solana?
Solana,
Sol?
S-O-L.
Like salt, I haven't heard that.
Cirque du Soleil over here.
I think Solana could be a very good baseline bounce short. I mean, this is where we were looking for our resistance, and Solana is finding that resistance in the spot. I would prefer to take this to the downside, I think. What's next? Oh, we're done.
Yep.
I would look to pick up Solana maybe around $100, maybe 95.
All right, well, there you have it, guys. That is all the requests we have for today. Let's move toward the outro. What say you guys? Hopefully everybody enjoyed today's high quality TA. As always, the Tuesday installment wrapped up 90 minutes in, perfectly placed. Sorry, I'm just making a couple adjustments in the background, but I'm returning to wrap the stream up. Here we go. Time to put this away and head toward the exits. Once again, guys, you know what to do. Premium.krakencryptocurrency.com for all of our premium offerings, the education material you may very well need to guarantee your success as a trader awaits on premium.krakencryptocurrency.com. Check out that Pathways to Profits course and all of our education material to shape you up into a profitable systems-based trend-following trading machine, much like our analysts here on the air every day. And of course, check out the Discord channel, discord.krakencryptocurrency.com, including the new content channel where I drop, of course, timestamps. Yes, timestamps after the show wraps up. If you want to cover anything, any of the charts we looked at today very quickly, I recommend checking the timestamps in the YouTube description below. Now, with that said, I guess that's the end of it. So I'm gonna head toward the outro here on my OBS sequence, and we'll leave the final words to our analysts. What do you guys say? Good episode, ready to go?
Yes.
Final words?
Great safely, guys.
Yep, like I stated at the beginning of the episode, and Alex kind of hinted to as well, is like, I'm not convinced of this bullish movement quite yet. I'm willing to sit on the sidelines and just kind of let price action do what it's going to do. So, I mean, I think the best thing you can do at this moment is be patient. It will tell us what to do.
Well said. Watch for analyst thoughts in the Discord channels. You know which ones to look for. But in the meantime, we're out of here. Do check out the Wednesday installment coming away tomorrow. Look forward to... Actually, you know what, guys? I just realized tomorrow I might have to take off. So tomorrow I might not be here. We might be here Thursday in that case. But do check out, I believe the community mentorship session is going ahead as usual. So at least that to look forward to. But like I said, just a little warning, tomorrow's show may not be going ahead. I might have to take care of some other business. Not 100% sure yet. Stay tuned. As always, watch the Twitter for updates. But enough talk. We're out of here. Peace out, guys. See you tomorrow or Thursday.
Goodbye.
That's the stuff.